This is DC Channel Guns. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.
What up? This is DC Channel Guns. Coming to another gun video. Appreciate you watching, like, share, and subscribe. I want to appreciate all my subscribers. I want to appreciate all the good information. I appreciate y'all for coming to the video. Appreciate everything that y'all do. Like I said before, the ultimate prize and goal over here 24/7 is to uphold the Constitution and defend the Second Amendment. That is the prize over here. There's nothing else. And, I appreciate everyone who are doing what they're supposed to do to defend the Second Amendment and uphold the Constitution. I appreciate everybody because it's going to take a group. This is a group thing. Everybody going to have to participate. And so, right now we have the gun grabbers still busy out there, people. I'm talking about in the wake of this pandemic and stuff that we in, this virus that, you're seeing headlines every single day. The narrative is changing with this virus. I'm talking about at the end of the day, people, I'm talking about, the gun grabbers are still focused on what they've been focused on. They agenda driven. Nothing is going to derail them. I'm talking about, that's what we have going on with the gun grabbers. And we have right now, you got two gun grabbers out there who still keep trying to poke the bear and everything. You have Governor Northam. He's just poking the bear, and poking the bear. He just keep poking the bear. And you have Joe Biden. He's poking the bear. And we're going to talk about both of them over here because, a lot of things when it comes to gun owners in this country and everything, guess what? I'm sick and tired and sick, of all these gun laws. I'm just like y'all. I'm frustrated. I'm sick and tired of looking at it. I've seen so many commentaries when it comes to, how can we defeat the gun grabbers and everything? Guess what? The goal to defeat the gun grabbers is you must keep your foot on the gas and you must keep coming after them. They'll keep coming after you. You have to keep coming after them. And, if you give up, guess what? Any little win that the gun grabbers get, they build on top of that. So as gun owners in this country, we have to do the same thing. I'm talking about it's easy for naysayers to say we can't win, we done lost. There's a lot of that going on. I see a lot of that. People come comment on my channel telling me, hey, this is not going to happen. That's not going to happen. If you set your mind that you already lost, you can't win. I'm talking about that's just the fact of the matter. But in my head, we're going to win. And that's what I strive for every single day. I can't speak for everybody, but I can speak for myself. And, with that said, people, I'm talking about, when it comes to Governor Northam and stuff, I keep telling you the gun grabbers have tricks in the bag. I'm talking about this is not Halloween or nothing. I'm talking about they're giving out treats to gun owners every single day. I'm talking about they keep having treats and tricks in the bag. That's all they're doing. And so right now you have Governor Northam who has been pulling out the stops every chance he can. He have tried to stop the protesters in Virginia from coming out and protesting, then drop the bomb on them when it comes to more gun laws and more regulation stuff on the citizens in Virginia. The recent one I just looked at, very recent, he also added even more strenuous guidelines when it comes to extreme risk protection orders, people, red flag laws. I'm talking about you have states that are pretty much using that as a bar. I'm talking about the baseline and it's building on top of it. I'm talking about whether you think so or not, they're doing it. I'm talking about, you fall for one of their tricks that they're setting the traps in for you to fall into. Guess what? Your gun rights is gone. I'm talking about, so that's pretty much what's going on. So right now, you have Governor Northam saying that, if you're deemed a risk, extreme risk protection, extreme risk to danger to yourself and others, guess what? You have 24 hours to give up all your firearms, people. I'm talking about not a week, not a month. I'm talking about none of that. You have 24 hours. And then if you not turned in all your forms in 24 hours, guess what? You be held in contempt of court. Now, after that, guess what? They're going to send deputies to your house. I'm talking about, to do their job. They go to your house and confiscate all your farms. So I'm talking about, I'm just telling you, people. I'm just telling you, gun confiscation is happening in a lot of ways. I'm talking about, that's pretty much, at the end of the day, I'm talking about they want your farms. I'm talking about, I don't know how clear I can be to a lot of people who still on the fence, who don't believe this is going to happen and everything. I'm talking about, you got some famous quotes out there people keep quoting, but guess what? They want your farms. I'm talking about, so that's what Governor Northam is still doing. He's still infringing. He have lit that state up. When it comes to the Second Amendment, Bloomberg do not want a refund. And, I've been saying that people don't understand what I'm trying to say. That means that Bloomberg paid them to do a job and they're going to do it. You have some claim to denounce that, Bloomberg don't run this state. He didn't. Guess what? They didn't say that when they took millions and millions of dollars from Bloomberg. He's not going to be refunded, people. I'm just telling you. They're going to come out and they still doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. So, that's what's going on in Virginia. Now, when it comes to Joe Biden, I'm talking about he's poking the bear. I'm talking about Governor Northam's poking the bear. And, Joe Biden is just trying to stay in the headlines. I'm talking about Now he did this little stunt that he threw out there that he wouldn't waste time picking Michelle Obama, which is the President Barack Obama's wife. And, you know, he threw that out there because, you know why? Because he knew the mainstream media was going to jump all over that. And guess what? They threw them headlines all over the website. I'm talking about that was the whole point of him doing that. And what he's doing is trying to pretty much energize his base and everything, energize the gun grabbers. And, you know, if you go to his website, he has some of Obama plans up there, gun control plans and stuff. He's going to extend that and build on top of that. He just recently updated his website with even more gun control measures. I'm talking about, you know, he got up there a section called the End Gun Violence, Joe Biden, the End Gun Violence. And he have more things on his section of gun violence than he do improving the economy, you know, helping people in this country. He have more list of things to take your farm than he do to improve this country. And I'm just telling you people, they're agenda driven. I'm talking about, if you want somebody to lie to you and stuff, I'm not the one. You subscribe to the wrong channel. If you want somebody to pander and play the game when it comes with the gun grab, I'm not the one. I'm just telling you the facts and the truth that's going on. They want your farms at the end of the day. And, you know, they're not messing around. As gun owners, we have too many gun owners that, you know, think this, you know, they're not taking this serious. And, you know, they think this is just, you know, a game or, you know, we just going back and forth and stuff. This is serious, people. Because, you know, there's people who lost their gun rights and can't get them back. And then they put you on the wrong side of the aisle. So if you do have a farm and stuff, you know, you're not supposed to possess the farm and everything. So I'm talking about, this is the stuff that is going on. You have too many fellow Americans who have fell into the traps of the gun grabbers, had lost their Second Amendment rights. I'm talking about, that's just the fact of the matter. I'm talking about, and the number's been dwindling for decades. The amount of people who have lost their gun rights is up in the millions. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people who lost their gun rights, people. I'm talking about, you know, and the way the situation is now, you know, we're trying to get new gun owners into the gun industry and stuff and let them know how important the Second Amendment is. But if you don't have, you have less people coming into the gun industry and everything and defend the Second Amendment, but you have more people losing their gun rights. I'm talking about, at some point, you got to bring more people in than more people losing them. And right now we got more people losing them than bringing them in. So we have to offset the losing people. We have to offset the losing, stay in the know, get your mind right for your state laws and everything, follow directions, because guess what? All the laws are set for law-abiding citizens. We know that. Now, when it comes to Joe Biden, he got a list of stuff up there. One of the things up there, he wants to incentivize, like he wants to reward states who increase their red flag laws, exactly what Governor Northam doing in Virginia, increasing his red flag laws. They get incentivized. They get rewarded with grants and more money to fund the gun grabber organizations in them states. So that's one thing that Joe Biden got up there. He wants to increase smart guns. We've been talking about smart guns. There's a lot of articles said that they're not going to work. They're not effective. But the case of the matter is that you have a lot of technology companies don't mind taking the government money. And if the government wants to try to incentivize some type of, you know, gun control measure to increase smart guns, you have industry, some people, you got businesses in the industry that are making these smart guns and stuff, smart safes and all this kind of stuff. But Joe Biden wants to increase that. Why? Because he wants to have control over these farms that is being sold. He wants more regulation. Now, the farms of smart guns, one way is a fingerprint thing. You know, a fingerprint that allow the person who actually owned the farm going to be able to fire the weapon. If your fingerprint don't match, the gun won't fire. I've seen a lot of those strategies and stuff. Joe Biden is pushing that. And there's many more that I can get into, but Joe Biden is pushing that because he wants to have some control of that farm. And you also, when you're dealing with technology, they also can have some type of chip or something in it where they can just disarm the gun, period. Just like they do in cars, where if you don't make your payment, they shut, like a shut-off system. So think about that, people. The gun grabbers are thinking long-term all day long. Now, another thing that Joe Biden is trying to do, he wants to make the AR-15s, the AK-47s, whatever, all these rifles that they have on the list. He want to make them he want to label them under the NFA items and stuff. He want to try to do that. A lot of y'all been talking about that. He's pushing for that. He want to make it an NFA item. He also want to increase buybacks, gun buybacks and everything. I'm talking about he wants to increase that. He's still pushing for that. I told you about when it comes to gun buybacks and everything. But Joe Biden wants you to force you to turn the guns in and stuff like that. I'm talking about, you know, either they don't buy them back or you're going to be forced to either the register them or put it on the NFA Act or something. I'm talking about they're pushing for these different strategies to take your farm. So, that's one of the things that Joe Biden is doing. He also is pushing for, he wants the DOJ to have full control over when it comes to farm sales in this country. He wants to get in more power and stuff when it comes to farm. I'm talking about that's another thing that he's trying to do. I looked at that he put up there on his website. So it's a lot of little strategies that the gun grabbers are doing and everything. And like I said before, people, I'm talking about don't be fooled by the gun grabbers. Their main goal, their end goal is to take your farms. So, that is something that we must pay attention to. And, there's something else I might miss. I'm just trying to cover this. I'm going to look at it because he added a whole lot of stuff up there. And I want to make sure that, I wanted, also, he also put up there, he wants to stop the sales of farms and online ammunition sales. I'm talking about he's talking about he wants to pretty much put laws in there and wants states to limit amount of farms you can get. Now, this is something very serious, people. Virginia put in 1 farm a month limit. Now, this is something very serious. Now, it's only 12 months in a year. That means you can only get 12 farms a year. That's it. And he wants to limit that. Now, Joe Biden, up there on his website, he has a plan that he wants states to put in a law to pretty much curb gun violence, to put a limit on how much ammunition and farms that you can get. So, I'm talking about you got states that's already doing that. And people, it is very serious. If you live in a certain state and you go on a website to order something, and I was up there earlier, first thing you see up there, this state here, you can't buy this. This state there, you can't buy this. You're limited this, you're limited that. That's very serious, people. And these websites, they're gonna have to be in compliance for that. So don't think up to my, a lot of people don't take that serious because a lot of people depend on online stuff. But I'm just telling you, up to my, that it could be very catastrophic if your state get up there and put limit on how much you're gonna order and stuff like that up there. So that's something you gotta think about because you have Google tracking everything now. So that's something to really think about. They're really pushing for stuff like that. So don't let that just squeak by you and everything. Now, another thing that they want to do, they want to reduce the stockpiling of weapons, and that's with the limit thing. He added it up there. He want to reduce stockpiles of weapons and everything. So with the limit, he's saying that will help reduce the amount of guns on the streets and everything. And so he has a whole list of stuff that he's trying to stop in this country. And when it comes to gun owners and everything, I know a lot of us, got thick skin and everything, and don't believe stuff is gonna happen. But I'm gonna tell you, in the last 20 years, as far as what I've been looking at, I'm talking about the gun grabbers have really made some inroads when it comes to infringing on your Second Amendment rights. And like I said before, a lot of that comes from you have a lot of gun organizations giving in to certain stuff when it comes to the gun grabbers, and then come back and try to fight for other things later when they're done weaken themselves. We have to stop that. The organization is fighting for gun owners in this country. We have to stop caving into some little stuff because what that does is just make you weaker. And so that's what's been going on. And some organizations trying to come back from that, and it's very hard. They're struggling to try to come from back for what they have done and everything. And you see they're still struggling with that. And you have some great organizations out there. Now, someone asked me, why I don't shout out organizations and stuff. Reason why I don't do that too much is because I feel like everybody have their own personal organization that they really defend and believe in and stuff like that. That's a personal preference type thing for people to be doing and everything. So I don't want to persuade people and all that kind of stuff. That's just more like having your favorite farm. I'm talking about there are different companies that gun on organizations that people like to fund and stuff with their own perspective. So that's why I really don't push that and everything. I see a lot of people pushing that and everything, but then I see you got a lot of people that disagree and come up with all kinds of things why they ain't not doing this, they ain't not doing that. So that's personal preference for what people want to do. So that's why I kind of stay out of that and everything. But at the end of the day, we're going to continue to keep fighting for our gun rights in this country. Like I said, whether I have energy or not, I'm still going to be up here up fighting for your rights when people are asleep, and then up fighting for your rights when people are up. So like I said, it is 24/7 for your rights over here. There's no on and off switch. I'm not a celebrity. I don't want to be a star. I'm just the average citizen to represent the country. That's what the country... Everybody, all gun owners is the average citizen. That's all you are. There's no superstars and celebrities and everything. I'm talking about when you start saying you're a celebrity and superstar for the Second Amendment, you in for other reasons besides, your gun rights. I'm talking about because you're not all in just because when it comes to your Second Amendment, people, it costs you nothing. That's a basic right for every individual in this country, and it costs you nothing. It's free. But when you have people who saying they for the Second Amendment, but they in for other reasons and stuff, whether it's money, persuade, getting all these endorsements, all this kind of stuff, it kind of makes me look that you're not for the Second Amendment because a lot of your celebrities and stuff like that. This is another thing I talked about. LeBron James. Now, LeBron James grew up in Cleveland and stuff like that. He grew up in Ohio and stuff. He grew up in a rough neighborhood and everything. Now, I said this before. LeBron James come out. He speak about, gun violence and stuff, regulation on guns and everything. The problem is LeBron James has a whole team of security around him 24/7 in his family. He don't have to carry a gun. He has enough money. He's paying people to carry it for him. But if LeBron James wasn't a basketball star, what would he do? What would he do if he had to defend his family? What would he do as the average citizen? Because when I say the average citizen is not like the Bloombergs. They're not like the LeBron James. They're not like the Bill Gates and all. They don't have the money, your favorite movie stars and stuff that pays for security details 24/7. They're paying people to carry it for them. What about you? So, I like LeBron James. He's a good basketball player and everything. But like I said, when you get that celebrity star stuff, you start thinking, like the gun grabbers and stuff. And most of your gun grabbers, they're thinking as if, hey, I'm talking about, because they don't have to carry a farm and everything, then they don't look at the average citizen who's in harm's way every single day and they have to defend themselves. They don't have security details. They don't have somebody transporting them, and making sure they get there safely and everything. We have to do that ourselves, the average citizen. So that's the reason why I support the average citizen every single day. And that is my goal. That is my journey over here. So this is DC Channel Guns, and I'll catch you on the next one.
This is DC Channel Guns. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.